Welcome to special video report number 1 on the 7 keys to cracking the coaching success code. You can also download this information as a PDF file below this video. I am Tim Figley. I've been searching for a solution for coaches for a long time, and through that process we've found that the number one problem amongst coaches is business and marketing skills. And Michael Gerber, the founder of eMyth, found it also amongst small business owners. For example, a plumber might be a great plumber, an attorney might be a great attorney, a doctor might be a great doctor, but they don't have the business skills and the marketing skills to grow a successful business. Now, I've worked with some of the most successful coaches and churches in the world, and this was as I spent over $50,000 in 3 years in research and in training to find out what it took to have a really successful coaching practice. I work with people from many countries, and I visited a few myself. I've taken many of the top coach training and business building courses, even spending up to $5,000 for 4 days of business building and marketing training. Through our research and throughout history, there's been a clear and major difference between success and failure. But we wanted to look and find out what are the major differences between success and failure for coaches. So we took the major differences of successful coaches and we broke them down into 7 specific keys that cracked the coaching success code. And they are: key number 1, successful coaches leverage a mentor. Key number 2, successful coaches leverage specialized training. Key number 3, successful coaches learn specific business skills. Key number 4, successful coaches learn specific and targeted marketing skills. Key number 5, successful coaches really know how to enroll clients. Key number 6, successful coaches leverage their current clients and they learn to get referrals from their current clients. And key number 7, successful coaches leverage a business success team. Let's take a look at these individually now. Key number 1, leverage a mentor. Successful coach Tony Robbins learned a saying from Jim Rohn, his mentor, that's proven to be true. He said, success leaves clues. So what we found here is following successful coaches will leave certain clues. Now scripturally we see this: blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Meekness allows us to receive from a mentor with a teachable spirit, to receive that person's spirit and to be able to do what that person did to get what that person has. Scriptural proofs of this: we see that Elijah mentored Elisha. We see that Paul mentored Timothy, and Moses mentored Joshua. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the blessing was passed down through the generations as they mentored from father to son. Now, I learned this by example. I was in Africa on 2 different occasions, and I met David Oboye, who had a 30,000 person church in Africa. I also met David Oyedepo, who had a 50,000 person church in Africa. And David Oboye was mentored by David Oyedepo, and he wrote about it in a little mini book called Spiritual Apprenticeship. Modern day examples of this: successful coach Tony Robbins was mentored by Jim Rohn. In fact, he went out and he actually worked and sold Jim Rohn's coaching program and his materials and his products just to learn how he did it. Key number 2, successful coaches leverage specialized training. It could be ICF accredited training through, an example, Erickson College. As Napoleon Hill says in Think and Grow Rich, specialized knowledge is one of the key steps in his book Think and Grow Rich. And that's why we must have specialized training. Let's move over to key number 3. Key number 3, successful coaches learn business skills. Let's take a look at Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad's Cash Flow Quadrant. Now we have a quadrant here. Number 1, employee. Number 2, self-employed. Number 3, business owner. And number 4, investor. Successful coaches actually think like quadrant number 3, a business owner. Probably most of us have been employees, and many are hoping to become self-employed. But what's the difference between number 2, self-employed, and number 3, a business owner? Well, according to Rich Dad's Cash Flow Quadrant, a business owner is one that can actually walk away from his business for a couple of months, and when he comes back, it's still running smoothly. Whereas a self-employed person is basically an employee of his own business. And then, of course, we have the investor. So what we want to do is show you how to set up the systems and the processes and the team to begin to think and act and live like a business owner as a successful coach. Successful coaches also use business planning. That's business forecasting and budget forecasting, knowing how many clients they need to enroll. Now take a look at video number 2, as we will focus on the marketing side of successful coaches.